Beamy, 32F, VP of People and Culture at a mid-sized tech firm in Seattle. Master's in Sociology, PhD in Organizational Psychology pending. My thesis is on dismantling patriarchal power structures in domestic spaces. I don't just live life, I deconstruct it. I see the invisible strings that move the world. Most people are sheep, sleepwalking through their biological imperatives. I am the shepherd, six-figure salary. Wardrobe consists entirely of beige, charcoal, and assertive power suits. My apartment is a curated exhibit of minimalism. No clutter, no noise, just pure intellectual aesthetic. Be dealing with Mark, 34M, my partner of 6 years. Note, I hate the word boyfriend. It implies a juvenile attachment. Mark is distinct, structural engineer, works with concrete, rebar, load-bearing walls. He's a simple man, or so I tell my girls at brunch. 62, beard, hands always rough. Doesn't talk much. When he comes home, he doesn't want to discuss the socio-political ramifications of the latest Twitter discourse. He wants a beer and silence, a relic of a bygone era. I keep him around because he's stable. And frankly, the optics are good. Successful career, woman taming the blue-collar adjacent brute. It plays well on Instagram. Beauty and the Beast, but the Beast does the dishes. He does the dishes because I explained the concept of emotional labor to him for 3 weeks straight until he capitulated. The situation. We live in my apartment. He pays half the rent, though he could likely only afford a basement studio on his own. I've never seen his full financials. I assume he makes around $70K. Decent, but cute compared to my $160K plus bonuses. I am the breadwinner. I am the captain. He is the first mate, there to haul lines when I command. Current project, the merger. We are discussing marriage, not because I believe in the archaic institution, but because the tax benefits are undeniable, and I need to lock down a cosigner for a mortgage on a Victorian renovation project I've been eyeing. I need his credit score, not his opinion. I have prepared a prenuptial and relationship constitution. It is 45 pages long. Clauses include mandatory weekly feelings audits, a sliding scale for household chores based on mental load rather than hours worked, a clause that states if we divorce, I get primary custody of any future children because I am the primary nurturer by default. Paternity leave will be mandatory for him, but used to support my return to the C-suite. Saturday morning, the presentation. I print the document, bound it. Mark is drinking black coffee, staring out the window at the rain. He looks like a statue. Mark, we need to talk about the future. He turns, takes a sip. Okay. I slam the binder on the marble island. This is the draft for our union. I've run it by my legal consultant and my therapist. He opens it, reads the first page, reads the second. His face doesn't move. No anger, no joy, just processing. Like a machine reading code. Page 12, he says. You want veto power over my career choices. I smirk. Mark, my career is the primary revenue stream. We have to protect the asset. If your job interferes with my networking or travel, you need to adjust. It's just logic. He looks at me. Those eyes, gray, flat. And the finances. Separate accounts, but a joint fund for household equity that I manage. I have an MBA, Mark. You play with mud. Who is better equipped to handle the portfolio? I'm being generous. Most women would just take his check. I'm offering him structured participation. He closes the binder. I'll think about it. You have 48 hours. I have a schedule to keep. He nods, walks away. I sip my kale smoothie. God, I am good at this. Negotiation is about asserting dominance early. He's intimidated. Good. Phase 1.5, the distraction. Enter Julian, new hire in marketing. 26, androgynous, paints his nails, quotes Derrida. Ally. He looks at me like I'm a goddess. Sarah, your vision for the company culture is revolutionary. We start grabbing lunch, then drinks, then late-night text sessions about the oppressive nature of monogamy. Julian gets it. He understands that I am a complex, multifaceted being who cannot be contained by one man, especially a man like Mark. Mark is meat and potatoes. Julian is molecular gastronomy. I start projecting. Mark is boring. Mark is stifling me. Mark's silence isn't peace. It's violence asterisk. It's withholding. I read an article about stonewalling as abuse. Yes, that's it. Mark is abusing me with his silence. I am the victim here. The incident. 3 weeks later. Mark hasn't signed the Constitution. He's been working late, coming home covered in dust, smelling of sweat and sawdust. He showers, eats, goes to sleep. I try to start a fight. You're emotionally unavailable. I'm tired, Sarah. Big project. Your project is more important than our relationship. The concrete sets when it sets. Physics doesn't care about your schedule. The arrogance. Physics. I control the asterisk social asterisk physics of this house. I go out with Julian. We kiss in the Uber. It feels like liberation. It feels like smashing the patriarchy. I go home, empowered. Mark is asleep. I look at him with disgust. He's holding me back. I decide. I will break him. I will force him to sign the contract. Then I will keep Julian on the side. It's what I deserve. It's ethical non-monogamy, if I decide it is. I just need to educate Mark on why he's okay with it. Phase 2, the collision. Tuesday. I call a family meeting. I sit at the head of the table. Mark, your delay is unacceptable. It's a red flag. He sits down. He has a folder this time. A thin manila folder. Not a binder. I have some concerns, Sarah. Concerns? You're a contractor, Mark. I'm offering you entry into the elite. Just sign the damn paper. No. The room stops. The air leaves my lungs. Excuse me. No, I won't sign it. And I won't be renewing the lease on this apartment with you. My brain buffers. 404 error. Compliance not found. You're breaking up with me. I laugh, a high incredulous sound. Mark, look around. You live in my asterisk world. Where are you going to go? Your parents' couch. He opens the manila folder, slides a single piece of paper across the marble. It's a bank statement, not a checking account, a brokerage account. I look at the number. I blink. I look again. 7 figures. The first number is not a 1 or a 2. It's a 4. $4,200,000. What is this? My voice trembles. I own the firm, Sarah. I don't just pour the concrete. I own the company that pours the concrete for half the high-rises in Seattle. You lied to me. I never said I was broke. You just assumed. You never asked. This is financial infidelity. I scream. The buzzword feels good. You hid resources. That's abuse. He ignores the outburst. I also own the building. What building? This one, the one we live in. I bought it 3 years ago through an LLC. My world tilts on its axis. I've been paying rent to him. I've been subsidizing your mortgage. You've been paying market rate. Actually, 10% under market. Friends and family discount. He's calm. Deadly calm. Why? I whisper. Because I wanted to see if you loved me or the lifestyle. I think we have the answer. The panic. This isn't how the script goes. The power dynamic has shifted. I am no longer the captain. I am a passenger on a ship I didn't know existed. I switch tactics. Victim mode engaged. Tears immediate. How could you? I've been so stressed. I've been trying to build a future for us. I pushed so hard because I wanted us to be safe. I reach for his hand. Mark, baby, we can fix this. Now that I know, we can really plan. Imagine what we can do with our asterisk combined resources. Note the pivot to our. He pulls his hand away. There is no us, Sarah. Don't say that. We have 6 years. 6 years of you correcting my grammar. 6 years of you telling me my hobbies are toxic. 6 years of you treating me like a renovation project. I was helping you grow. You were trying to erase me. The superweapon. He stands up. I'm moving out of the unit today. You have 30 days to vacate. Standard eviction notice is in the mail. He's leaving me. In the apartment he owns. No, I will not be discarded. I stand up. If you walk out that door, Mark, I will destroy you. He stops, turns. How? I know people. I know HR directors. I know journalists. I will tell them you were abusive. I will tell them you controlled me financially. I will tell them you're a misogynist who trapped me. The nuclear option. A false accusation. It always works. The court of public opinion doesn't need evidence. It just needs a crying white woman. I will ruin your company. I will make sure no developer in the city hires your firm again. I feel powerful again. The fear in his eyes. No, not fear. Pity. The receipt. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out his phone, taps the screen. A voice fills the room. My asterisk voice. From 3 weeks ago. Phone recording. I don't care about Mark's feelings, Julian. He's a wallet, a utility. Once I get him to sign the papers, I own him. But you're my soul. Then another recording. From just now. If you walk out that door, Mark, I will destroy you. I will tell them you were abusive. He holds the phone up. Washington is a 2-party consent state for private conversations, usually, but you're in my workplace. This is my home. My LLC is registered to this address. This is a place of business, and we have security cameras. He points to the smoke detector. High-fidelity audio and video. Cloud backup. I freeze. You recorded me. I protected myself. I've known about Julian for 2 months. I've known about the debt you're in for 3. The debt. Oh God. The $40K in credit card. Debt I hid to maintain the wealthy exec image. I was waiting, Sarah. Waiting to see if you'd come clean. Waiting to see if there was any honor left in you. He puts the phone away. I'm not going to release these, unless you try to lie about me. He steps closer. The unmovable object. If you say one word about me to anyone, if you post one vague tweet, if you try to interfere with my business, I will email these files to your board of directors, to your mother, to the world. You wouldn't. Try me. I'm a structural engineer, Sarah. I calculate failure points. You just reached yours. The exit. He walks to the door, picks up a duffel bag he had packed and hidden near the entrance. Mark, please. I'm on my knees now. The dignity is gone. I love you. I was just scared. Julian meant nothing. He opens the door. I know Julian means nothing, because people mean nothing to you, only power. He leaves. The door clicks shut. The sound is final, like a vault closing. Phase 3, the collapse. The next 30 days are a blur. I try to rally. I call Julian. I left him, I'm free. Julian, oh wow, that's intense. Listen, Sarah, I actually started seeing the receptionist. We're going to Burning Man. I can't really deal with this heavy energy right now. He blocks me. The ally abandons, ship the moment the utility is gone. Work. My performance tanks. I can't focus on synergy and inclusivity when I'm being evicted. I snap at an intern. Someone reports me to HR. Me, the VP of HR. The board calls a meeting. They've heard rumors. Not from Mark, but Seattle is a small town. People talk. They know Mark. They know he's a solid guy. They see me unraveling. Sarah, maybe you should take a sabbatical. Code for you're done. I'm forced out. Golden parachute, no. I was a contractor too, technically. At-will employment. I fired so many people using that clause. Now it eats me. The move. I have to leave the loft. I can't afford rent anywhere near here on my savings. I have to move to a suburb. A generic beige apartment complex. 45 minutes from the city. My Audi lease is up. I can't renew it. I buy a used Honda. It smells like wet dog. 6 months later. Be me, 33F. Unemployed consultant. Writing a blog that gets 12 views a month. Surviving narcissistic abuse. I write about Mark. I change the names, but I paint him as a monster. It's the only way I can sleep. If he was the villain, then I'm not the failure. I check his Instagram from a burner account. He posted for the first time in years. A photo. Him on a boat. Smiling, actually smiling. Next to him is a woman. She's plain. No makeup, wearing a hoodie. Looking at him like he hung the moon. Caption, building a foundation. # engaged. She's a teacher. I looked her up. She makes $45K a year. She bakes bread. She doesn't have a thesis on power dynamics. She just loves him, and he's going to give her the world. The millions, the house, the loyalty, the realization. I sit in my cheap apartment. IKEA furniture peeling at the edges. Box wine on the counter. I look at my bookshelf. The Second Sex, Gender Trouble, Lean In. All these books, all this theory. It told me I was a queen. It told me men like Mark were the enemy. It told me to never settle, to demand, to take. I won every argument. I deconstructed every social norm. I proved my intellectual superiority every single day. And here I am, alone, cold, while the simple man is warm. The receipt is paid. Biology didn't care about my degree. The market didn't care about my buzzwords. Reality checked my credit, and I came up insufficient. I pull up the recording he sent me as a parting gift, just to remind myself. I owned him. I replay it, over and over, until the battery dies. Darkness, just me and the void. I didn't break the glass ceiling. I just built a glass box, and locked myself inside.